Yesterday I was walking by a Chinese herb store and something just called me to go inside. This wasn't planned. And they had a whole reishi mushroom. They had a whole bin of them. I was just touching it and something was calling me to buy it. So I ended up getting one. And they offered to cut it up for me on the spot with a saw, which is awesome. So I now have these fresh reishi mushroom slices. I was instructed to boil it with 5 cups, but upon looking online I saw that a lot of people will infuse the reishi in water overnight. So that's exactly what I did. I infused reishi overnight in 3 cups of water. Just boiled 2 cups of water. And I'm going to add the 3 cups of water and bring it to a boil again. And this has a bunch of the red reishi mushrooms inside of it. I'm just going to go inside. I'm going to cover it and bring it to a boil one more time. You want to try to use the cleanest water possible for this extraction. I'm using water from my Berkey water filter. I'm not sure if you know what it looks like. This is the Berkey water filter. I'm using the big Berkey and you just push here and you get your water out. I also have the added fluoride filters that you put at the bottom chamber. So I'm getting out all bacteria, all fluoride, all chlorine, viruses, parasites, blah 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 blah, you name it. It takes it out. It's even said to take out red food dye coloring. I haven't tried that myself, but I know people who have. You can read online so many things about reishi mushroom, but I just want to read you some stuff from books I have. It has a sweet and warm energy. It's both sedative and tonic. It is a supreme deep immune system tonic and nourishes the spirit, essence, and vital energy. It has strong anti-carcinogenic properties and it's rich in a number of complex phytochemicals, including ergosterol, fumaric acid, aminoglucose, mannitol, also coumarins, alkaloids, lactone, and various enzymes. It is effective for all cancers and immune system deficiencies. As such, it is specific for individuals recovering from chemotherapy. I know that Chinese emperors used to send out their servants deep into the woods to get reishi mushroom for them, and it was believed that it stopped aging. It was viewed as an immortality type of magical mushroom. I just want to read the Encyclopedia of Healing Foods on page 661. Reishi is the premier longevity herb in classical Chinese medicine and is the medicinal mushroom/herb most often used as a general health tonic. Preliminary clinical studies have shown it to be helpful in boosting the immune system and in the treatment of viral infections, including hepatitis B. Unlike other mushrooms, the beneficial effects of reishi appear to be primarily due to its tryptophan fraction rather than its polysaccharides. Aside from these 2 books that I just read from, I've also seen many websites basically show that it's helpful for almost any condition. It is high in oxalic acid, so if you have a history of kidney stones, you might not want to have reishi very often, just because oxalic acid does clog the kidneys a bit, and it is known to be a bit high in purines. In case you do have gouty arthritis, you might not want to have this every day. It's incredible for your entire body system. I'm just going to close up on it boiling and I'm going to bring it to a simmer. This is the Reishi Mushroom Tea. I'm just stirring it. I'm just going to bring it down to a simmer. So pretty low heat, and I'm going to cover it to trap the steam. See you in about 2 hours. So I'm going to let it simmer for 2 hours and then I'll drink the wonderful reishi mushroom tea. I finished boiling and simmering the reishi mushroom tea for 3 hours instead of 2. I was reading online the benefits of the high heat extraction for reishi mushroom, just because it's such a thick and hard, rock solid mushroom that you need high heat to extract it, and some people even decoct it with alcohol and water in equal parts. So I decided to keep it longer than the 2 hours, and most people recommend 2 to 3 anyways. I tasted it and it was, I'm not gonna lie, a little unbearable. And I was thinking, like, I saw online people were adding honey to it and other things, and then I had this idea, why not add cinnamon to it? So I've been adding cinnamon. This is the only way I can actually drink it because it starts fine, but it ends kind of tasting like soil, which is okay. I'm fine with soil, but it's a little unbearable, and this way it's way more bearable. Like, it's still very soily, but it's bearable. I'm not really tasting the cinnamon too much, but I noticed a big difference that I'm able to smile after drinking it rather than be like, oh my god! So that's my tip. Try it with some cinnamon powder. And just to show you, I'm keeping the simmered, boiled reishi pieces that I used because I was told at the Chinese herb store that I got this from that I could reuse these pieces the next time I make an extraction, and they recommend to add the pieces I used to new pieces as well. That's just some advice for you. So I did get the entire mushroom, which is a lot, and they cut it for me on the spot there. So obviously I did not use the whole thing, and they said I have enough for 3 batches. So for my next 2 batches, I'll be adding the old ones that I already used.